Whoever's messaging, I can't message you. Just like if anyone's watching, I'm not going to be able to check comments right away. Oh, please stop messaging right now. Hello, whoever's watching. I can't see who you are. Can't check comments right away. I gotta keep an eye on these 3 girls. Usually girls are easier to bond, but I've heard of cases, a lot of cases where they've had failed female bondings. I've had 2 failed female bondings in the past. So, the first hour, I gotta mostly concentrate on the girls. So I thought, what better way for them than to have veggies at the same time as doing this introduction. I've got my handy dandy drink with me. From what I recall, Willow is used to having friends. So it might actually be an, easy bond, but I don't fully remember the past history with Ginny and Georgia as to whether they've been in a herd before or not. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. If it all goes well, then we can remove this enclosure down here behind me, and then they can all live in the 16 square foot cage up there behind or in front of the camera. However you want to look at it. So typically when I do introductions, I initially set up the pen. I give them a pile of hay and veggies usually, sometimes, not always. And that is all they get for the first little while. If things go successful and they can eat together and, they end up grooming themselves and just being normal, good guinea pigs like they are at the moment, then that's when I eventually add in a couple of tunnels and stuff to see how it goes. And yeah. So sniffing each other's behind is basically like shaking hands. Sometimes even humping is like shaking hands. The butt waggle! There may be a lot of pee squirting happening today. So far, it's going pretty okay, but it's only been 2 or 3 minutes in. But I've had cases, mostly with boys, where they got along great in the bonding pen, but when you put them together in the actual living space, they couldn't get along. So, hopefully that isn't the case with the girls. Because I'm not going to lie, it'll be nice to not have a cage on the floor. But It's okay. Oh, we already got Willow grooming. Willow's happy. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Willow is only 11 months. So she is the youngest of the three. Georgia is 3 years old. Ginny will be 4 years old in October. So I feel like the age gaps are pretty good with these three. The only fun challenge will be that if it's successful and I can put Willow with Ginny and Georgia, I'm gonna have to have water bottle and water bowl because Ginny and Georgia drink from the bowl, and I'm not used to that. But you never know. Maybe Willow can teach them to drink from the water bottle, or vice versa. The only downside to having a water bowl is that it can get very dirty very quick, so you got to be on top of freshening it up however many times in a day it's needed. Are we gonna have some more butt waggles? You know the butt waggles are reserved for Luna Bean, which is Kona and Suba's guinea pig. So far what it seems to me is that Ginny is a very easygoing guinea pig. And it seems like the hierarchy is to be determined between Willow and Georgia. But Ginny is very food motivated. Like, I had the food in their bowl just on top right near the cage just a few minutes ago before I got this set up. I should have set it up before bringing the food in. But for the first time I've ever seen Ginny biting on the bars of the cage because she was very food motivated. Reminds me of Bowser. Bowser is very food motivated. If you don't give him his food on time, he lets you know. Or should I say he lets me know. But yeah, so I've got my handy dandy bonding oven mitt. It says Happy Hanukkah on it. This is literally just the bonding glove that I use. But I don't use it for cooking anymore. And it's just in case if I need to separate guinea pigs from fighting. The important rule of thumb is to never stick a bare hand in between two fighting guinea pigs. Because there's been a lot of stories that I've read of people getting bit because they weren't prepared to intervene in a fight. And the guinea pigs, when they're in a fight, they don't know the difference between you and another guinea pig. If they're that aggravated with what's going on, they're gonna latch on, and it doesn't matter if it's your skin or if it's a carrot or another pig. So, always be prepared. Oh. Girl bondings tend to not be as, I'm going to say the word entertaining, I guess. It depends on how you want to look at it. Most female bondings seem to be pretty easygoing, in my experience anyway. Other people have had different experiences. So far, it appears like Willow wants to be the dominant pig. Oh, there's the pea squirt. As I like to call it, the squirt gun or water gun. Or in this case, I think it would be a pea gun. Oh, Ginny is grooming. Oh, it's a good sign in my mind. And this is also the most active and running around that I've seen Willow do in a while, so that's a good sign. So the sounds coming from Ginny are the I'm annoyed with what's happening sound. But this is something that's important for them to be able to work out their hierarchy. And if you've never seen a guinea pig do a bucking kick, Georgia just did that. Now with any bonding session, whether it's females or males, it could last up to a few hours to several days. Now I've heard some people say that when you're introducing guinea pigs, just clean out their normal everyday cage, completely sanitize everything, and then just give them a pile of hay and let them bond in the cage. And then I've heard what I do is in a neutral space. I personally prefer to do the neutral space because if it doesn't work out, I can just easily, place each piggy back into their regular space. Not to mention, in a neutral territory, it's a little bit more easy to supervise versus having to just hover and stand over a cage for several hours or longer. So, I don't want to say that there's the only one way to, introduce guinea pigs, because when you have a very large herd, you're not going to take out, 10 or 11 or more guinea pigs to put in a neutral space just to introduce one new one. And in the past, that's what I've done, is I would just clean out the full cage, give them like just the hay, the food, the water sources and stuff, and just monitor. I did that with the large herd about a year and a half. I want to say a year and a half ago. Could have been sooner than that. Could have been later than that. I can't remember exactly. But that was the time when I had introduced Tilly to the herd after Peppa passed away. So it's probably over a year ago, over a year and a half. And most times, if it's just, like 2 or 3 guinea pigs, maybe 4 or even 5 at the absolute most, that's when I do the neutral space and everything. And that's the system that works for me, but, other people might have a different system that works for them. I'm not saying that, other ways are incorrect. I'm just sharing what works for me. And naturally, even if the bond is successful with these 3 girls, once I clean out that cage again, as bad as that sounds, because I've already done the full clean the other day, and I did the spot clean this morning, but I will still do a complete thorough full clean out if I have to. And even then, the bonding will still continue. And the bonding behaviors can continue for up to a week even, based on my experiences. I can see someone has written a novel in there. I cannot see the comments right now. I will check up on the comments when I feel confident that I can, kind of take my attention off of them. I mean, so far things are going great, but you just never know. I should have turned off notifications. I apologize. So normally I would do weight checks on a Sunday, but routines have gotten a little thrown off. We're going to aim to do the weight checks tomorrow. And hopefully if all goes as planned, I will go live for that as well. But I can't promise it. Tomorrow's Monday. So I've got someone coming to drop off my kids' report cards in the afternoon. And then there's a couple of video topics that I want to touch base on, but I need to do a little bit more research on it before I can do that. And then I also need to work on a follow-up video on just like how Willow's been doing for the past 2 weeks or so. It'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday that I've had her, so close enough. But yeah, I want to do a follow-up and just like let everyone know how she's been acclimating to her environment and how she's, gotten accustomed to me, whether she has or hasn't, and so forth. So that's just one of the videos that I need to work on. Oh, sweet baby, you're grooming. I love it. I love it. No, I still love you too, Georgia. And Ginny. And everybody else. Lavender had another bum bath this morning. Because I don't know if it's because she's getting older and might have arthritis. I have to do that arthritis test on her feet and figure it out. But Her back fur just near her behind was kind of full of pee, so we needed to clean that off. But she is a senior lady up there, so these are just things that come with the territory. You know, Ginny, it's a really good thing I keep your fur short. Otherwise, we'd be giving you another bath. You'd be full of pee. Hopefully you can see them. I'm pretty sure you can. I never cleaned my glasses this morning. Oopsies. Okay, if you guys are going to get in a fight, don't do it while I have my glasses off. That's my rule. I don't think they're going to get in a fight. I think it's going to work out just fine. There we go. Thinking. Okay. So I do have a possible idea on what I can do. If this bond works out, I may just have to add one more grid at one of the ends to kind of just separate where the water is, and maybe that'll help keep the water bowl cleaner. It'll be trial and error, see what happens. But I also will have a water bottle to make sure that Willow can drink. And she may end up just drinking from the water bowl too. We'll see. I'm going to give it a little bit, and then I'm going to actually bring the water bowl down into the bonding pen. And then we'll see what happens from there. But today's menu of veggies, they have spring mix, romaine lettuce mixed in with some zucchini, some cucumber. I believe there was a baby carrot or two in there, and bell peppers with cucumbers. So they had like a variety. And I always like to try and give a variety of veggies to my guinea pigs because some of them are more picky than others, and they don't all eat the same veggies. So if I give a vast variety as much as I can, then it'll ensure that they all get their vitamin C from the fresh veggies and so forth. And Willow is just gobbling up most of this lettuce. But I think it's safe to say I am fully content with all the guinea pigs I have now. I've got my red-eyed Sheltie. We got whatever color scheme that Georgia has. It's gorgeous. I've got my dream gray agouti guinea pig. And we've got all the rest up there. I'm happy. I'm happy, happy, happy. Maybe I should name myself Happy. What do you think, girls? Should I name myself Happy? You're like, I don't care. I'm eating, Mom. I'm too busy eating. I don't care. Why? Okay. Girls, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to scare you by going up here. I need to see if I can turn off notifications because, you know, people don't seem to listen when I tell them that I'm going to be doing bonding today. I can keep an eye on them from this side too. It's not a big deal, but I need to steal that for a moment. Yes, I'm doing bonding. Okay. 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 There we go. We are back. My drink is at the other end, but that's okay. I will stay on this end for a little while so I can just kind of do that. Okay, hang on. I said I was going to check up on the comments when I did. So let's see here. We got Carol Ann in here. Hello, welcome in. I'm glad you caught this too. I'm hoping it goes well too because honestly, my knees suck. They hurt every time I have to clean a cage on the floor. But I'm willing to sacrifice that if I need to. Good to see willow grooming, typically a good sign, absolutely. Most I've listened to about bonding have agreed with you on using a neutral space. I've done both in a slight variation, not sure which I prefer, but boys are different. I'm not going to even really go there when it comes to boys because it's a hit and miss. I hope I have a chance to do a bonding or two in the future. I enjoy watching them and trying to come up with ways to encourage them. Absolutely. Okay, Brooke, just got here. Awesome. Welcome in, Brooke. I apologize if my message seemed kind of like a little aggressive or anything. It's just, you know how I am when it comes to bondings. I always want to concentrate on the pigs as much as I can. And that was my fault for not turning notifications off. I also didn't tell you when I was going live, which I should have because you're one of my moderators. So feel free to message Mickey and Jess and let them know that I am live because this is probably going to go on for a while. Like, so far it's going really well for the first half hour, but I like to keep them in for a while. If things go well, then I add in tunnels to see how they do and things like that. I add in water sources after. Right now they're still working on veggies. Obviously they got the hay, as you can see. So that's how I typically do the bondings. There goes the squirt gun again. Ginny is my squirter. I found pee stains all over the floor and had to take a baby wipe and wipe it off last night because I don't plan on mopping until maybe tonight if I have the energy. If not, it'll be tomorrow. That's the only plus side to having like coroplast and having a high back wall or front wall because it protects it. Oh, are we having a standoff? Oh, go girl, Willow. You were able to walk away from that. So, as the veggies start to kind of diminish, you will start noticing more of the actual bonding behaviors again. Because while hay is their, majority of the food source, it's also kind of like a, whatever, I get this all the time, who cares kind of idea in their mind. At least that's what I'm guessing. I could be completely wrong, too. Awesome. Thanks, Brooke. But yeah, I apologize for my message seeming, kind of short or however you want to put it. But it's not really a full lie. I can't really chat on Messenger if I've got my live stream going and I'm doing this. But you also know how I am. I am very direct. I'm very direct and I don't always consider the choice of words or the tone that I'm using. Scratch, 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 scratch. I literally moved. I sat up a little bit and it spooked them. Okay, Georgia, don't squirt on the green pepper. Don't squirt your pee on the bell pepper. You can just answer after the live. Yeah, I'll take a look at the messages more proper after. Do you find your long hair puppy pigs to be sassy? No. My long hair, so Ginny, she's a silky or sheltie. They're both the same breed there. She is very sweet and loving. Like she gives me love nibbles and kisses all the time. She enjoys being held and cuddled. She loves when I brush her fur. The ones I find sassy are my crested guinea pigs. So, Ginger and Willow. They are my sassy pigs. Yeah, I've read up that typically long-haired guinea pigs usually have more of a loving demeanor. And if you ever see the guinea pigs actually like grooming each other, that is like the ultimate sign. That means, welcome to my herd. I approve. So grooming themselves is a great sign, but grooming each other is an even better indication. Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times where they groom one another. Okay, so from experience on my part, and as well as Brooke, she knows what she's talking about. It's easy to make space for guinea pigs in one's home when you're willing to like sacrifice things. You know, sacrifice your living area or sacrifice having, you know, a certain table for a specific task or whatever it might be. It's easy to sacrifice that and make space to put guinea pigs. But in my case, like, I don't have a partner to consider on, you know, spending time with or how much money gets put into it or anything like that. It's just my decision alone. In Brooke's case, she has those things to consider as well. So when people in general, not specifically just me or her, but in general, when people suggest, really consider the long-term effect of taking on more guinea pigs, we're talking about, are you willing to sacrifice more time into their care, into doing laundry if you use fleece, or if you're using disposable bedding, it's, can you sacrifice the income part? Like, a lot of people think, oh, well, yeah, I can take on 2 more. What's 1 more cage? Not a big deal. It's $10 for the bedding here or whatnot. But what, at the end of the day, what happens if your guinea pigs fall ill and they need to go to the vet? Or you find out that they have dental disease where they are going to have chronic dental trims and so forth. There are so many things that you have to consider it's easy to look at a post and be like, oh, they're not living in a good condition. The cage has this in it, which is not an ideal situation for what I would do. But you have to consider the long term effect of it all. And I know that when I took on Willow, there are some people that have that concern regarding me. We're not going to go into detail about that because this is, a bonding video. But overall, I'm not telling you not to adopt any more guinea pigs or anything. I'm suggesting weigh out the pros and cons to the entire outlook. So when you say you go to RSPCA for all your guinea pigs, $25 for each piggy if anything bad happens, what exactly does that entail? What does that look like? What does it mean? Are you talking it's $25 for an adoption fee? Or are you talking it's $25 for a surrender fee? Please help me understand. And speaking on terms of Brooke with the not living in good conditions, highly possible that they're going to come with issues. I will vouch on that as well. Because when I took on Mario and Bowser, I'm not sure which one was living in which condition, but one of them, for about 4 years, was living in a hamster cage. Your little, critter trail, tiny little cage. Yeah, one of them was living in one of those. Another one was living in their own filth. Like, they both had bad previous care, but the person that I got them from rescued them and knew that she didn't have enough knowledge, which is why she was trying to rehome them to someone who had more knowledge and such. So when you rescue a guinea pig or adopt from a we'll call it a poor quality condition or a poor quality situation, you need to expect that there's going to be health problems at hand. Okay, so this is interesting because, so clearly you're from like the UK, I'm guessing, or somewhere in that area where the value amount is pounds, which is cool. I'm from Canada, Brooke's from the US, so things are different for everywhere, like different parts of the world. This is why I like having these kinds of conversations. Because we can all learn from one another. And if we can learn from one another, then we can help others in Facebook groups or even on here in different situations. We can have more of an open mind to situations before judging situations, if that makes sense. Exactly, right, Brooke? Okay, so we are 41 minutes into it. I'm going to put their water bowl down and see what happens. Because if Willow can drink from the water bowl, then woohoo. But if she ends up pooping in it, that sucks. Wait, ow. That right here. Hopefully my big butt did not get in the view of the camera. And while I'm standing, I'm going to grab my drink. Okay, you know what? I can move this out of the way for now. Oh, I'm so glad this is on wheels. My little storage cart. I can move that out of the way to where you see it now, so that I can kind of walk by and grab my drink. So, as I drop it and make it fizz up. Good job, Leah. Good job. You're gonna go to sleep now. Okie dokie. Sounds good. I will keep you posted with how things go. So what you saw Georgia doing was just kind of minor nipping. That is Georgia putting Willow into her place. To be like, well, no, you don't do that. So right now, Willow's giving off the I'm annoyed sound, but she's not super annoyed because she's sitting there eating her green bell pepper while Georgia is saying, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm going to sniff your butt." Again, kind of like a handshake. So typically, when you do introduction sessions, if you're experienced and you know what to look for and such, you can pretty much tell within the first 15 minutes if it's going to work out or not. So right there, Ginny is grooming Georgia. Ginny is basically cleaning Georgia's ear. So Ginny is saying to Georgia, "Welcome to my heart. I approve." But yeah, experienced people can pretty much know within the first 15 minutes of the bond is going to work out. I can usually tell, okay, Georgia's grooming Willow. And now she's saying, screw you. Funny how they can do that all at the same time. And I truly do hope that this is a success because I feel like it will help Willow really show her personality more and be more confident. Boy bonding is always so different than girls. Especially when it comes to my boys. My boys are weird. They get along great in the bonding pen, but hate each other in their cage. Hi, Ginny. They spooked themselves this time around, because I did not move. Hi. So, the rumbling is a dominance trait. Any guinea pig that starts to rumble like that, rumble strut, is basically like trying to say, hey Mickey. No, they're not trying to say hey Mickey. I'm saying hey Mickey. Guinea pigs that do rumble strutting like that are basically like saying like, hey, I want to be the boss. Look at me. I'm big and bold. And anyway. You sounded like you had a tail wagging. I forgot where I was going with all this. I got distracted. Willow, is that, I think that's a twig. I can't tell. Is that a twig? Yeah, that's a twig. You don't need to eat the twig. So this has been going for just under an hour. So far, I've seen Ginny groom Georgia, Georgia groom Willow. I've seen Willow grooming herself 100 times. That's an exaggeration. And they've eaten their veggies together. The most I've seen is humping between Georgia and Willow to try and figure out who's going to be top dog, or top pig in this case. Ginny is very laid back. She doesn't seem to be really too concerned about anything. But as we all know with bonding, that could easily change. It could go well in the bonding pen, and then it could totally be the opposite once I put them in the cage. So, that's why we're going to be doing this for a little while. What does it mean when they shake their body? Like a dog shaking water off for dirt, not a full pupper. I'm not 100% certain on what the actual definition of that is, but I know you're possibly asking because you've seen Willow do that several times. Ginny. 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 What are you doing? Whoa. You can't leave the pen. No. You cannot leave the pen. You can't leave the pen. Like, look at this girl. He's so sweet. Okay. We're gonna give you the out in there. Mommy made some new treats last night. You can each have one of those. Want one of those? There. You can have those if you want it. Do that. Okay. There's that. Let's see. We want to test you out and see how you do with tunnels. So, can I reach those? Alright, there's 3 tunnels because there's 3 pigs. See how they do with that. And okay. I'm gonna go fill up a water bottle just so that Willow has something that she can use in case she wants to. Not sure if that's too low or not, but oh yeah, that's way too low. It's not working either. There. So we got water ball, hay, tunnels. Let's see how they do in there. Message retracted. Not sure what you said. I don't know why I'm kind of laying down like this. But I feel like if I'm more at their level, that'll help. But I think this is going to be a successful bond, to be honest. seems to be going really well so far. That's a water bottle. Georgia, did you know that? It's a water bottle. If you start drinking from a water bottle, I'd be okay with that. So they're not really big on zucchini. They're not big fans of zucchini. That is literally the only vegetable left in the pen right now. Were you okay? I don't know what spooked you, my dear. So I think literally what the plan would be for the first few days is I might just use these wooden log tunnels as their quote-unquote hiding spot. As much as I love making their cage look girly and cutesy, to be on the safe side, I would have just open-ended tunnels, just so that, you know, if they need to escape, they can escape from one another. And I've already done 2 loads of laundry. 1 load is in the dryer, 1's in the washer. This will make 3 loads because I would have to do a full-on, you know, cage clean for both cages. But I also think I may, just for the day, just leave Willow's cage as is and not clean it out until like maybe tonight. We'll see. I don't know. I got too many ideas in my head. I have too many thoughts going in my head, but things are going well. They have not even attempted to lunge or attack one another. Minor nipping, that's about it so far. So, it should be fine. I'm just kind of talking out loud, by the way. Great bonding. They're doing great. They absolutely are doing well so far. Oh, see, my other pigs love zucchini. The other pigs love zucchini. The herd loves it. Lavender and Winter love it. It's literally just these girls that are not a big fan of it, and that's fine. Alright, you two, figure out who's top dog. I keep saying top dog. I should say top pig. Figure out who's going to be queen, and then who's going to be the princesses. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Oh, Willow ate a Seco poopy. Georgia, you're so beautiful. Why are you all so beautiful? Georgia just drank from a water bottle? Oh my Lanta. You might make my life easier. But she also drank from the water bowl the last time, so that was great too. I'm just gonna lay here in my bed. No, this isn't my bed. Uh, they are beautiful. All my guinea pigs are beautiful and handsome. So as you can see here, the guinea pigs are just doing normal pig stuff, which is great. So happy to see Georgia drinking from a water bottle. I mean, okay, if you like that bottle, we can use that bottle. That's perfectly okay. So, Ginny is doing the rumble strutting, and Willow's just doing chutting, like she's just talking to them. Excuse me. But this is kind of also the type of behaviors you would see with an adult guinea pig and a really baby guinea pig. Because baby guinea pigs, and I'm talking 6 months and under at this point, they need to learn how to become an adult guinea pig. And they don't learn that without having the adult teach them. And that's, where the minor nipping comes into place and the nose punching and stuff like that. Kind of like how an adult sort of would raise their toddler, teach them right from wrong, how to be a proper, person, I guess you could say. I don't know. Probably bad comparison. I'm just kind of laying here, letting them do their pig thing. Oh, so Willow's under the tunnel and just kind of munching on hay and resting. I think she's going to take a little nap. And Ginny, I think, is taking a nap. And George is munching on her cookie. Are you happy, Willow? Do you have new friends? I told you you'd have new friends soon. Yes, I did. I told you. I told you. Geez, I'm getting too cozy. I'm gonna end up taking a nap. I can't take a nap. I think this is probably the easiest bond I've done in a while. Hi, Berta. Yeah, this has been going for an hour and 14 minutes, and it's going extremely well. I started off with just a pile of hay in the middle with the veggies and the guinea pigs. And then I added in their water sources, then I added in tunnels, and it's going really well. I'm going to give it another 15 minutes or so, and then I am going to clean out the cage and then place them in there. And that's when the bonding process will probably continue for a while. But that is okay, they're doing really well so far. And then I will have to start my third load of laundry. It's a lot of laundry. Thankfully, it's the weekend. I'm just kind of laying here beside the cage, watching them as if I'm watching TV. Oh, you were just like a Pez dispenser. You drop out poops however often you want. Hi, Willow. Nice butt, Ginny. Nice butt. So glad it went well. I'm signing off, but we'll follow up to see how it ends up. Anxious to see them in their pen. Me too. Me too. Okay, this is uncomfortable on the floor of this. Okay, I think I'm gonna start cleaning out their cage because I'm gonna have to do the whole properly with the white vinegar and water, wiping it down like 100%. So I'm gonna start that process now. Oh. Here, let's add in your bowl of pellets. Well, no wonder you're not chewing on your bamboo stick. You guys have peed all over it. Add that in there for now. Just because I need to put it somewhere. Most of these bath mats we're going to reuse because they've only been in there for like an hour and a bit. Oh, you knocked that down, that's why. Okay. Well, that's fun. You're just staying in one spot constant. Let's see. Okay. Think. Oh no, okay, I got to do it. That's perfect. Okay. That back over here. That right there. That and move it in here as well. Okay. One. Two. 3. Now, ow! I'm okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ginny is the boss too. And now, we got there. Now I get to clean this up. They can still have their zucchini. We're gonna have their second food bowl there just for now. Just for the duration of today, they can have that one as well. Well, I think it's safe to say they are bonded. I'm pretty satisfied. Like, how adorable. Georgia and Willow living beside each other like that. Love it. And Ginny, so chill. Yeah, it's great. You can have that towel as well. I know it might seem like it's crowded, but it's only crowded like this for today. And trying to give them mostly open-ended stuff. But I think it'll be just fine. Wash this. There we go. Got Willow's name on the wall. Hello. You completely missed the entire actual bonding session of Willow and Ginny and Georgia. It went really well. Willow is on the pink bunk bed at the far corner here, where my finger's kind of wagging. Georgia, and then Ginny's the one that's almost always out and about. I just finished tidying up the bedroom here. And I'm not going to undo Willow's old cage just yet, but I did take all the bedding out to wash it so that I can, use it again when I need to. I'm going to leave the bonding mitt up here just in case I need to. I love the bonding too. Less than 2 hours. It kind of goes to show when you give guinea pigs the time to acclimate to their new environment, sometimes things can go a lot smoother. So the next experiment, not today, but another day, maybe next weekend or the weekend after, I'm going to attempt to rebond Bowser and Mateo. And I know a lot of people think I'm probably crazy for it because, if it hasn't worked by now, it hasn't worked, and it probably won't. But they never actually drew blood from one another because I always stopped it before it happened. But they've also had time to just kind of chill and just live side by side like normal pigs would, or can, not would. So, third time's the charm. We'll see. I might change my mind again before that even happens, so I wouldn't really, worry too much about it. And why are you scared? Oh, that's why that's happening, because that's partially down. Okay, that makes more sense now. Oh, hey, Kristen. Oh, you're scared about me possibly trying a third attempt at rebonding Bowser and Mateo. Like I said, I'm observing them and stuff like that before I attempt a third try. But we'll see. I might not even do it. my battery power at? 47%. I'm gonna have to recharge it soon. Kristen says, sorry I missed some of the other lives. It's been super busy at work. Glad to see your cutie pies. Cutie piggies, though. Yes. It's okay. They're all saved. They're all public. You can rewatch them anytime you want. So, pretty much based on the observation from the beginning of the bonding session in the neutral pen initially, it seems like determining who the boss pig is, or next in line, I don't know. I think figuring out the boss pig is between Willow and Georgia, because Ginny is neutral. She just seems to like not care. She's content. She's got plenty of food. She's got plenty of water, and she's got her friends and her princess bed. Now, I mentioned during the live stream initially, at the beginning, that once I moved the guinea pigs into their regular living space, the rebond, or not the rebonding, but like the bonding process basically continues. Look at that. I'm seeing Willow eat pellets during the daytime. This is what Willow needed, is to have friends. This is what she needed. Oh my gosh. This is a milestone. You too. Have a good day, Britta. Oh, hey, Michael. Y'all have to. You're all gonna have to like rewatch the whole bonding process, because this has been going for almost 2 hours, and I'm about to end it shortly. Because one, I'd like to kind of allow them to have their space without me hovering over them, but also that I had things to do as well downstairs, laundry to continue doing, and not gonna lie, I'd like to go outside for some quote-unquote fresh air. But yeah, basically I think figuring out the hierarchy is going to be between Georgia and Willow. I know. That's one of the main reasons why Willow's previous owner rehomed her, was because her cage mates had passed away, and they decided they didn't want to continue the cycle of guinea pigs, which I completely understand. I mean, I know for a fact at some point in my life I will get there as well. It's inevitable. It happens with a lot of people, and that's perfectly fine. And they just wanted to do what was right by Willow, because she went from being like this, essentially, if not even more active and happy and content and whatnot, to being more reserved and very timid and stuff like that. Hello from Italy. Well, welcome in Italy. But this is what Willow needed, was to have friends. And not just like surrounding her, but in her living space. And based on the last week and a half that I've had Willow, I can tell that she definitely needed friends. She definitely needed to be surrounded by guinea pigs at bare minimum. Do not bite those bars, Missy. No, 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 no. No. You didn't stick your nose through there. Why are you doing it here? I'm going to have to monitor that. Because if you're going to do that, then I might have to redo this entire cage with grids like this one where it's like the very thin straight bars. But you know what? We are in spring pretty much. I want to eliminate these dark colors like this. I want colorful vibes only for now. So, that's not going to work. We'll figure this out another day. But we're going to put that there because we're going to use that. Well, thank you. That is very sweet of you. Move their zucchini that way. That. You got lots of chew toys. What I'll probably do to get like the spring vibe with the colorful stuff is it'll be done probably tomorrow or within the next day or so. Is I have like some of these dark solid panels in the corners. I might remove some of them and just kind of use like my colorful fleece force if I can. I got one that, like you just saw, that is very spring vibe. I got another one that's down in the other drawer that's blue. But like, I feel like spring is more pinky and these kind of colors. So I'm hoping to either make some like this with some of the fleece blankets that I have in the closet, or if I can find cheap ones, then I might just invest in them at a later time when I have my income tax money. We'll see. But yeah, I might remove some of these solid panels and just use like these ones in the corners. We'll figure it out. But for now, it gives them plenty of like shaded areas, but still plenty of space to hide, still plenty of place to run around. The hay bag is only in there for tonight, then it's going to come out and they're just going to have like this hay rack with a small little pile in front of it. But I wanted to put some of Willow's stuff in here just to give it that extra comfort vibe, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream for now. Thank y'all for coming in and watching. And if you have any questions or anything, comment it once the live stream processes. Comment it down below kind of thing. And I will include any of those questions in my next month's AMA video. I've already got the one for March pre-recorded. So any other questions that come in will go into April's AMA. Eventually they'll settle in. I'm not too overly concerned. That's why there's plenty of like sleeping spots. Plus, before I got Willow, I found out that even when Willow was in her own cage space, she always liked to sleep near the hay. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Because I have a feeling a lot of her time spent will be near the hay area. But I am going to end this, and then I will check back up with them in like an hour or so. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Oh, let's not do that.